AI with RunScore. Today we'll be covering the scripting of a simple printout report from RunScore. We'll cover the basics of how to set out and control a printout to give you a good report that you can use from RunScore's database. As usual, we'll start with a new file. We're going to start with a comment. We're going to print a report of entrance by alphabetical order. The first section we're going to put in is the print commands. The print commands allows us to set out the orientation of the page, to set out the font. Currently we have the Courier is the default. We can make that Courier bold or near letter quality to change it. And that is a monospaced font that cleans up very nicely, looks very good. Windows brought about proportional fonts, but we can call that by a font name of, say, Arial or whatever you want to use. But we're going to call the size and the lines per inch to make everything look better. Once we have done that, we're going to go ahead and, as Windows does, we're going to go ahead and define the page setup. We now insert the page layout or format. We can control the line length from this. We've got this commented out because we're not going to be using it. Page length we have set for 64. The top margin, left margin, we can adjust the printout to look better by using a top margin or a left margin. Records per page, we're going to print out 55 records per page, and we're going to start from from page number 1 through page number 100, and we're going to comment out no page numbers, so we do print out the page number. The first thing we're going to do on the listing is we're going to select, we'll call the bib greater than tab 0. This will get rid of all of the people that do not have a bib number assigned or the URN. The first thing we're going to do on this then, or the second thing actually, is the sort. We're going to sort by last name and sort secondarily on first name. This will give us a full alphabetical listing. The first field we want to display, we're going to type in field. We're going to do bib, and we're going to do a field length of 5 to give us a better presentation. The second field we're going to do is race, and we're doing a field length of 4 for that. The next thing we're going to show is our field first name. Case will be proper, so no matter how it's stored in the database, it's going to print out with the first letter capitalized. We're going to go with a field header, and we're going to call that name. The next thing we're going to add in is a squeeze to go ahead and get rid of any blanks that is at the end of the first name so that they look better. They'll be just a normal looking name. And then we're going to go to the field of last name case again is proper. And the field header this time will be blank. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to add in a space just to give us a little bit of a better printout, and we're going to do 1 on that. The next thing we're going to add in is the field city, again case proper, and we're going to go with a field length on this one of 16. We're going to go to field state. We're going to go with case upper, and the field size, field length, pardon me, of 4, and the field of size field length of 4. We are going to go ahead and save this. We're going to save it as the test.lst. We'll replace what's there. We're going to go here to listings, and let's just take a quick look. We'll look first at the notepad, sending that information. Notice how we've got all that information out. For doing this to see how it shows on a page, we're going to go to the preview, which is a WYSIWYG, or what you see is what you get, and we'll be able to see how it's going to look on that. So notice we have now the 55 people with all the information up from bib number through size, multiple pages and everything else. Let's close this out. Now we want to go ahead and make this look a little nicer and give us some more information. So let's go back and let's add a header. On the header, we're going to go ahead and drop down, and we're going to add with a dot, include, tab over, and we're going to call race name so we see what we're actually doing this. That's the file that's in we've used before. If we edit that, we'll notice it gives us the race name, the race location, the race date. This is ones we set up before. The next thing we have to do is dot end of header to put that in. We'll also at the same time put in a footer. So here at the bottom we're going to put in footer. We're going to do percent time, percent date, percent to call the system's variables of the current time and date, and then the dot end of footer. Let's go ahead and save that. Now let's go back and look at that again, and on this now we're going to see we have the header, and at the bottom of the page we have not only just the page number, we now have what time and what was printed. Again, very simple, very easy in a lot of this stuff. As long as you're just printing fields, it's a nice simple report, and it can be adapted by using the different fonts, the different things. On the field length we talked about a little bit before. Currently here we are calling a 64. That gave us a nice page. The records per page we did 55. If we change that to 5,000. We save that. Let's go back and look at it again, and we'll notice we have continuous printout of the first 5,000 records. Nice and simple way to do a continuous report without each pagination. If you want to print it by page, if you don't use from page number 1 to say page number 100, RunScore will actually ask you for those page numbers that you want to print when you've got that. We go back here to 55. If we go ahead and highlight that out with an asterisk, we go ahead and do this, and if we go to the preview, we're only getting the first page. Actually, it'll only show the first 55. So that's why we have multiple pages or multiple records. So we delete that and delete that. If you leave either one of those out, it will go ahead and give you just that printout. If you get rid of if you put in the no page numbers, and we go ahead and save that, we go in here and let's look at this again, and now we've got that nice thing with no page number. Simple way to do all this stuff, and very nice. You can set up any type of report you want and use that. There's several of these here we have in there for the entry list. Mailing labels is slightly different, but read up on help on that. You can go in on a complete list of whatever you need to show people's information. You could show announcer lists or anything like that. Just follow these simple steps we learned in the basics here, and you should be able to create or adapt any of your listing files. If you have any questions on this or other information, please contact us at support. And if there's other things you'd like to see, query us and we'll try to put out another video to help you out. Have a nice day, and we'll see you the next video.